Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about a creature that basically seems to defy the very laws of life and death.
I mean, it sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? But deep down in our oceans, there's this tiny creature that might just hold the secret to biological immortality.
And here it is. Meet Turritopsis dohrnii. It's tiny, no bigger than your pinky nail, but it has this incredible ability that's forcing scientists to rethink everything we thought we knew about aging. So let's be clear about what immortal means here. We're not saying it can't be eaten by a fish or, squashed. No, it's something way, way stranger than that. Okay, so here's the deal. This jellyfish has this unique ability called reverse development. When it gets stressed out, we're talking injuries, starvation, or even just getting old, it does something no other animal can do. It basically hits a biological reset button. The adult jellyfish can transform itself all the way back to its baby form, called a polyp, and just start its life completely over. Now, to really get your head around how wild this is, let's first take a quick look at how a normal jellyfish lives. For pretty much every other jellyfish out there, life is a one-way street. You can see it on the left. They start as a stationary polyp, they grow into a free-swimming adult, that's the medusa stage, they reproduce, and then that's it. Game over. They die. But Turritopsis dohrnii, it turns that one-way street into a roundabout. It can go from adult medusa right back to being a polyp, creating this incredible life cycle loop that could, in theory, go on forever.
So how does this thing grow up the first time around? Well, a 2016 study gives us this amazing, detailed blueprint of its development, and it breaks it down into 4 main stages.
So we've got 4 stages of medusa growth. The whole journey, from this tiny little speck to a fully mature adult, happens in these 4 distinct steps. Let's walk through them. Okay, stage 1. This is the newly liberated medusa. The second it breaks free from the parent polyp colony, it looks like this. A little swimming bell, almost a perfect sphere. And right from the get-go, it's already got 8 tentacles, all set to start its journey.
Then we hit stage 2. After a couple of days, you can see its bell starts to get a little more cone-shaped. And this is a really key moment, because this is when it actually starts to hunt for food, gobbling up tiny prey, like the little brine shrimp they fed it in the lab.
Next up, stage 3. It just keeps on growing. It adds a whole new set of 4 tentacles, bringing the grand total to 12. And at this point, it's noticeably bigger, it's stronger, and it can go after larger meals. And finally, we have stage 4. This is it, the mature adult. It's got 16 tentacles, it has developed gonads, and it's ready to reproduce. Now, for pretty much any other animal on Earth, this is the end of the line. You reproduce, you pass on your genes, and your story is over. But you know what's really interesting? That whole journey to becoming an adult is massively influenced by its environment. Just look at this data from the study. It shows how much temperature matters. When the water's warm, around 25 degrees Celsius, they grow up super fast. But in cooler water, like 14 degrees, their growth slows to a crawl. In fact, in the experiment, they never even reached maturity at that colder temp. Okay, section 4, hitting the reset button. So here's the main takeaway, right? For most living things, hitting adulthood and reproducing, that's the finish line. But for this jellyfish, it's just another stop on what could be a never-ending trip. So what happens when it gets stressed out or hurt? Well, this is where the story just throws the biology textbook right out the window. It performs what you could basically call a biological miracle. Seriously, think about it like this. Imagine a butterfly. Instead of dying after it lays its eggs, it could just turn back into a caterpillar and start its entire life over again. That's pretty much exactly what this jellyfish is doing. And this picture shows you just how it happens. You see the adult medusa, that's G on the diagram? All of its complex, specialized cells basically get a complete do-over. They completely reorganize themselves, transforming back into the much simpler structure of a polyp, which is B, totally ready to grow up all over again. Section 5. Clues to eternal youth. Look, this isn't just some weird biological party trick. It has huge implications for science. So the big question is, what can we actually learn from this little guy? I mean, the original article we're looking at says it perfectly. You've got this whole community of scientists, people studying aging, regeneration, how cells differentiate, and they're all looking very closely at how this jellyfish pulls off its incredible reset.
And think about why they're so interested. If we could unlock the genetic secrets behind this, wow, the implications for our own health could be massive. I mean, imagine if we could learn how to tell our own damaged cells to repair themselves, or find the keys to slow down, or even reverse the aging process. These are the kinds of huge questions that make this tiny jellyfish so unbelievably important.
So really, the immortal jellyfish is just this amazing reminder that nature is full of incredible mysteries we haven't even begun to understand. It proves that the rules of life we thought were set in stone, well, maybe they can be bent. And it just leaves you wondering, right? What other unbelievable secrets are still waiting for us down there in the deep?